The Floyd Mayweather era ruined boxing. Floyd became one of the greatest boxers of all time while making hundreds of millions of dollars doing it his way. Every kid gravitated towards this approach and wanted to emulate the same thing that he did. Instead of chasing history, they wanted to chase money. With everyone in boxing prioritizing the bag, this sent pay-per-views skyrocketing. Floyd was able to charge almost $100 for his pay-per-view fight against Manny Pacquiao in 2015. The names alone on this card was enough to sell the fight, but the fight wasn't really that entertaining. If I'm being honest, they probably should have fought a decade earlier. And this brings me to my next point. Floyd beat the most world champions at the time, but he waited to fight them. He didn't necessarily fight them in their prime, and as he did this, he marketed his undefeated record, making everyone in boxing believe that being undefeated was the most important thing. Being undefeated was the only thing that mattered. This caused many fighters to follow Floyd's lead and carefully choose the opponents that they wanted to fight instead of fighting the best available fighters. So with the increased prices of pay-per-view mixed with the lackluster matchups, this led to the decline of the general interest of boxing. And with the illegal streaming on the rise, it made it very hard for boxing to reach its peak. And to make matters worse, we saw the shift of the younger generation interest into UFC. It looked really bad for boxing. Boxing needed somebody who was willing to save the sport before it died completely. And luckily for us, our prayer was answered. Turki Al-Sheikh came out of nowhere and he's on pace to save the sport of boxing. Turki Al-Sheikh is an extended member of the Royal Saudi family. He's currently the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority. His goal is to revolutionize the sport of boxing that he loves by making the best fights happen. With the Riyadh season, he hosts huge events that draw global attention. In the most recent years, some of the greatest fights have been happening in Saudi Arabia. You have Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Bivol is about to fight Better B for Undisputed. Anthony Joshua, the list goes on. Turki Al-Sheikh is actually giving the fans the fights that we really want to see. Turki is also planning to lower the pay-per-view prices to $20 so the average family can actually afford to watch these fights. He's even in talks to have other promotion companies do the same thing. With his ability to pay the fighters the money that they really want, giving the fans the fights that we really want to see, and lowering the prices of pay-per-view so everyone can afford to watch the fight, the future of boxing looks bright with Turki Al-Sheikh leading the way.